Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we will be braiding my hair. I showed you guys this on Instagram and a couple of you guys asked for a tutorial, so let's get right into it. So this is what I'm starting with. I have like maybe 3 or 4 day old hair. I know y'all see Billie Jean is not my lover in the corner staring at us, but this is what I'm working with. So first, I'm going to start out with this rat tooth tail. I don't know which one it is, but I'm starting out with that comb with a little sharp ending so I can get that nice crisp part. I'm doing a middle part for the sake of this video, but you can do whatever part you want. I think it's a little easier to do maybe like a side part only because it doesn't have to be exactly even. So you can get a little wiggle room right there. It's a little bit more forgiving. So here I go, struggling through this. I didn't part the back of my hair because usually I get somebody else to do that if I have somebody else with me. But girl, if you behind me, then you can't be that important. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna look at the back of my head today. Once you're done parting your hair, you're going to want to tie one side up with a scrunchie just so it's not in the way when you're trying to braid your hair. Now that I look like who did it and why, we are going to start the actual styling process. So I'm starting out with this water bottle. It literally just has water in it. I actually just got this water bottle today. It will be linked to my Amazon store. I had the big one before, but she was really old. She kind of wore out on me. So you just really want to dampen the hair. You don't really want it too wet. I prefer my hair damp as opposed to wet. So I have some traction, something to grip on so the braid can actually stay in place and have something to hold on to. As I struggle to get this bottle open, I'm going to take some leave-in conditioner. I think this is a curl activator, but same thing, girl. You just want to use some leave-in, something with some slip so you can detangle your curls so that you can braid your curls seamlessly and that you're not tagging on your hair trying to get those snags out. And if you need to call in some reinforcements, you can definitely use like a wide tooth comb. I prefer my fingers, but do use us. This is my result after a little bit of detangling my hair. I'm going to go in with the Pattern Beauty Stronghold Gel. You can use whatever gel you want. Now I'm just going to slick the parts that are going to be slick in the braid, like not the actual braid part. You're going to see what I'm talking about because this probably sounds like gibberish, but you're going to slick down like the parts closest to your actual part just so that it's nice and slick, sleek, giving tease, girl. You know the vibes. I'm just reinforcing that everything is nice and slick before we move on to our edges. This is the Care Curl Essence Their Edge Control. You want to make sure you do your edges prior to your braid so that braids will all blend seamlessly in the end. I'm taking my Pattern Beauty Edge Control brush to brush my edges. Girl, you can use whatever, toothbrush, whatever you want. Actually, I heard a toothbrush isn't good for your edges. But anyways, take some of that, girl, and slit them edges back. Okay, I prefer a more natural take. I don't like doing all the curly cues and all that. That's not my vibe. But girl, if that's your style, do it times 10. But as you see, I'm brushing that back. We're just gonna brush that back real nice and slick. You don't want to do this. We're gonna reinforce it afterwards, but you want to make sure it's nice and tight before, so when you're doing the braid, you're actually pulling it back, so you're creating those swoops in your braid. And if you do it afterwards, it just kind of looks a little messy. Now for the actual braid, you want to take the thinnest, smallest piece that you can physically grab and braid. This is so that you get that gradient. That's probably not the right word, but kind of like that gradient feel. Like, you know how it starts real tiny and then gets thicker and thicker into the braid? Yeah, that's what we're looking for here. So that's why you want to start out with a thin piece. When I was starting out braiding, I didn't do this and my braids were not cute. So, you want to take a thin piece. Now for this part of the video, my visual learners are going to thrive because I don't know how to explain this. You're really just gonna have to watch my hands and my technique. To be honest, if you know how to braid, I think you can do this. Most people tell me, like, I know there's like a French braid and a Dutch braid. I think I'm doing a Dutch braid. That's what everybody tells me because I go under. But you really just want to make sure that you're grabbing the hair. If you can see my middle finger, it grabs the hair. both of my middle fingers is what's grabbing the hair when I go from the front to the back. That's what's going to create those swoops. That's what's going to get it tight so that it's nice and slick, that vibe that we're all looking for. Now, depending on the angle that your hands are at, if you do it higher, your braid's going to be higher. If you do it lower, your braids are going to be lower. I kind of like mine in the middle. Sometimes I go for like, real low, but today we're going for like my usual vibe, nice in the middle. Now you can kind of see that braid is starting to form. And you know what? This is my first try. Usually it takes me a couple tries, but she ain't looking too bad if I do say so myself. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing my voice, but I did want to mention, like, if this is your first time trying braid, I'm probably the last person you want to watch. But just kidding. It is going to take some time. It took me like a couple years to get my braid like this. And I know that you are capable and you're probably not as slow as me, so it shouldn't take you that long. Really just keep practicing on your free time. Just practice. Your first time is probably not going to be cute. Just watch all the videos and just keep practicing. I'm going to insert a picture or two of how my braids used to look. It's honestly embarrassing, but I'll show you. Now you just take one of those little mini scrunchies and tie it to the bottom. I don't know why I got a little doohickey in the back of my head. I don't know what happened there. But you just want to make sure for the actual braid itself, the part that's going to be on your clothes, that it's real nice and tight, because that's the part that's going to be dangling on your clothes, on your pillow, bonnet, Just make sure that's nice and tight. And this is the part where I'm talking about, you want to make sure that it's nice and tight, just reinforcing that those edges. You see those swoops that I was talking about earlier, and because it's already kind of like there, since we did it before, we don't have to do too much work now, and it's nice and sleek. So now I'm honestly just going to do the same exact thing I did on this side on the other side of my head. So I will play the clip so you guys can see. Now that I'm editing this, I kind of noticed that they're a little uneven, but there we go. We're going to ignore that, but that's the end. There are the braids. Let me know if you guys do this style. I absolutely love doing this on my days off. Thank you guys for watching. Keep deep conditioning, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!